Hi, my name is Stephanie, and I'm a big fan of all things music, movies, pop culture, and physical media, and I have a very big collection of stuff. But today I wanted to talk about all of the movies that I watched in February. In February, I watched 12 movies, 6 of them I'd never seen before, and I went to the cinema 3 times. First movie that I saw in February was Hamnet, which I saw in the cinema. I thought this movie was very moving and that the performances were amazing. I'm a big fan of like Shakespeare in general, and so anything in that world is gonna at least intrigue me, and I thought this was like extremely well done. I thought Chloe Zhao did an amazing job. It's just visually stunning, and Jessie Buckley's performance like stood out so much. The second movie I watched in February was You Don't Mess with the Zohan from 2008, which stars Adam Sandler, and this is a movie I've seen a few times before and I just needed to laugh, and it makes me laugh. The third movie I watched was Darren Aronofsky's latest film, which is Caught Stealing. It stars Austin Butler and has heaps of people in this cast that are great, and I really enjoyed this movie. It kind of reminded me of Two Hands, the Australian movie. I thought this movie was done really well, and that the story was interesting, and that it was an interesting journey, and I really enjoyed Austin Butler's performance as well. Then naturally the following night I watched Two Hands, which I have seen before. I really love this movie. I think it's a great Australian film. It stars Heath Ledger and Rose Byrne, and it came out in 1999. I think it's kind of underrated and underseen, but I do think that it's worth the watch. Number 5 was a movie that I was really hyped to see, and that was Wuthering Heights. I saw it the night it came out, and I enjoyed it for what it was. I haven't read Wuthering Heights. I've read maybe 22 pages of it 5 years ago, and I would like to read it again and give it my full attention. But I love the album, the Charlie XCX album for this movie. I bought it straight away and I was listening to it, and that's what made me want to see the movie a second time, which I did. And I thought that this movie was visually stunning, like the colors and the sets and the costumes and everything. I really enjoyed the visual aspect of it. Number 6 was a movie I hadn't seen before, and that was Hard 8, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. It's his first feature film, and it was really good. It kind of just flew. Like the runtime was like felt really short. It was like an hour and a half, but it just flew. Yeah, he wrote and directed it, and I find that to be really inspiring, and I thought it was a really great movie. It stars John C. Reilly and like Gwyneth Paltrow and Samuel L. Jackson, and I will watch any movie that is set in Vegas. Number 7 is a movie that I wanted to watch for ages, and then it's like on YouTube for free, like with ads at the moment, and that movie is Cool World 1992. It stars Brad Pitt and Kim Basinger, and the movie in itself, like, it's really pretty. Like, it's my kind of thing. I watch it because I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I thought maybe it'd be similar because the concept is kind of the same. It's like animation meets real life people. But no, this movie was a bit more full on than Roger Rabbit. I think the plot was crazy, but I like that. I think that's what made it funny. It's really pretty. It's a movie that like you could have on in the background somewhere and you probably wouldn't miss much. You could probably see everything that's happening. Number 8 is The Unbelievable Truth from 1989, which is a movie I used to see stills of on Pinterest all the time, and then I found it and I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and I found it to be really good, but also I found this movie to be strangely relevant in what a lot of the characters were saying and doing, and the discussions they were having and their attitudes, things that I've been hearing people around me say and my friends say, and it kind of like made me think for a bit. I was like, oh, like this is set in like 1989, but it's like these cycles happen a lot, and this like pessimism sometimes that we have when there's lots of things happening in the world is kind of always there. I think this movie is definitely worth the watch. I thought it was really interesting and really pretty, and I believe it has 100% score on Rotten Tomatoes. The next movie again was Wuthering Heights. When I saw it in the cinema for the second time, that session that I went in, it was full, and people were screaming, crying, clapping and cheering throughout it. It was crazy. Number 10 is The Wedding Singer, which is my favorite movie of all time. I've decided. I've seen it so many times, and whenever anyone asks me what my favorite movie is, this is the one I say, because it's the truth. I just love it. Seen it so many times and I adore it. I watched this as a double feature with number 11, Muriel's Wedding, and I watched it with my friend while we were looking through old photo albums, and it was so nice and just felt so nostalgic to have these movies I've seen so many times on in the background while we were like sharing memories and looking at photos and stuff. And then number 12, and the final movie that I watched in February, was Rockabye Baby, the Jerry Lewis movie from 1958. This is a movie that I've seen over and over again and is a comfort film to me. I grew up on it, like from when I was really little, and I just put it on really late the other week and I really enjoyed just sitting and experiencing it again. And the same things make me laugh and the same things I find endearing and all of that. So yeah, those are the 12 movies that I watched in February. I'm keen to watch a lot more in March. I'm just trying to watch as much as I can, and I want to watch a lot more new things, so I'm trying to aim to do that. But if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.